Hello everyone, welcome to Crystal Eclipse. My name is Jessica. In this video, I'll be asking the cards about your future spouse or your life partner, whichever you prefer, and how their family will treat you, how you'll interact with them, what kind of family environment they have, just basically any information we can get about their family. So I have 4 stacks for you all to choose from today. We have Aventurine, Obsidian, Rose Quartz, and lastly Cherry Blossom Agate. Choose whichever stack or stacks call out to you. You can check the description box or the comment section for timestamps if you'd like to skip to those stacks or that stack, whichever you selected. And remember to just take what you feel is actually meant for you. There might be multiple messages scattered across several stacks, so it's perfectly fine if you choose a few. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with our first stack, we have that Aventurine. Go ahead and put it right there. When it comes to the cards, we have the 6 of Swords coming out first. We have Strength. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the 5 of Cups. We have Death. The 9 of Cups. The 4 of Swords. And we have Regeneration. So we have a lot of newness, or what would most likely be interpreted as like new life or new beginnings. So with the way that these are coming out, I do feel like there's a new beginning that's present here within the family environment, which could either be that there's a big change that's taking place, or there's a new way of accepting people into it. I feel like this is a very close-knit family that your future spouse will have, or your life partner. They really stick together. They really care deeply about each other. And I find it like they almost have a hard time letting people in, because it seems like they've just either been hurt in the past as a family, or they've really been through quite a bit, so they're more like on edge, or at least more of like the type that would put up a wall to prevent a lot of people from coming in, because they don't really want to lose anybody or be hurt. So I feel like that's just the major energy I'm feeling here with that family, like first off. But when it comes to other things, even though they seem like they put up a wall, I do feel like once they let people in, it's like you're there with them for life. They really deeply care about people. So it might be a little hard for you to sort of get past that barrier that they have in place, but they're definitely the like tried and true type. They are all for, you know, who their family member is bringing in, as long as they're the right person. And since we're seeing this as life partner, future spouse, I would say you're definitely the right person. So they will be incredibly accepting of you. With Death coming out, as well as Regeneration, 5 of Cups, and the 6 of Swords over here, it does seem like here we're seeing a lot of change that had to take place. Perhaps maybe like a separation, a divorce, or people that maybe no longer communicate when it comes to that family. And with all that change that happened, I feel like they had to start over. It could be part of why they're sort of closed off, but also I feel like they sort of reevaluated some choices that they made when it comes to a lot of things. This could be that this person might have brought somebody in, like your future spouse, your life partner brought somebody in the past. It didn't work out, and they were really devastated by that, you know, that heartbreak that person went through, that your future spouse went through. And because of that, they sort of don't want to let anybody else in out of risk of going through that same scenario again. But it could also be that they themselves are trying to break a cycle where maybe they've not been super successful with relationships in the past, like the ancestors, the previous generations haven't had a lot of long-term or good relationships. We do see here with the 6 of Swords card, rather than it being the couple with a child, we only see a woman with a child, which for some reason is standing out to me as like a single mother. So it could be that this person's coming from possibly like a single parent household. We don't see a lot of like multiple people going on here, so it doesn't seem like it's a very large family. It seems like a very small family, and one that like I would say is leaning toward only like maybe one sibling or a few siblings with possibly a single parent. And that might be where this death, this regeneration is coming through, with trying to start over, or like break a, you know, a long line in the family of divorce or unsuccessful relationships. We do see really great cards here otherwise, because we're seeing cards that are sort of restoring things. So even though we have the 5 of Cups, which would be a fixation on the loss, the negativity, we have the 9 of Cups, which is like another form of wish fulfillment within the tarot deck. We have a lot of different options that are coming through, and a sort of second chance with that energy, as well as the Four of Swords. I do like that we have a clock on there, because it's telling you this is the right time. This is the like the successful time around. It's not going to be like the past. The Four of Wands indicates a very bright future, chance for celebration, very good energy, and all worth it in the end. When Strength comes out, I find it as more of like it's worth the trial. Even though it might be difficult, even though you might feel like you're really not accepted by these people, or as though they don't care about you, it is completely worth this, like, you know, sort of situation you have to go through, because once you get done with it, once you're on the other side and they've accepted you in, they are such a dedicated group of people where you will never feel like that much, like, even from your own family, like, unless your family like super great, it's like you're surprised by just how much these people accept you in and embrace you and embrace your energy. It almost brings you this newness within the regeneration card, because death also signifies rebirth. We have regeneration coming through here. 4 and 6 do add up to 10, so we're seeing a second chance. We're seeing a cycle that is ending, a new cycle coming through. It's just this very good positive energy of like newness, a new chance, a way of looking at things that maybe you haven't before, and a true connection with this person as well as their family. So I would lean more toward, like I said, like it seems to be a smaller family, possibly one that there might have been like lack of success in relationships in the past, things where they're not very open to people. But I feel like that is just because of what happened. They're trying to break those cycles, or they're trying to remove that sort of like negativity or omen that might be over them, and start over fresh with like this person, this future spouse of yours. They do have a celebration aspect to them, even if there's only a few of them. They have this way of just like having a lot of fun. They love to gather the few of them that there are, or you know, however many there are. There might be more by the time you come along if there are other siblings that have gotten married and have children. But they do love celebrating each other. They love celebrating birthdays, events, holidays. They're the type of people that really seem to really want to spend a lot of time with each other. They don't want to miss out. They don't want to say like, you know, I didn't spend enough time with this person, or I missed out on this chance to just, you know, see you, to be near you. They want to make sure they take advantage of every single second that they have. That might also be why we have the Four of Swords here with the time. Even though it's normally a card of rest, we're seeing it more here as saying like there's a stressor on time here with this family. Like they just really want to dedicate as much time to each other as possible. So this newness, this new sort of way of looking at things, I feel like this is their way of embracing you once whatever this is done. I don't see like this lasting a long time, because it is seemingly only present within these two cards that I'm feeling that energy, partially the Five of Cups, but we're seeing quick energy here within the Swords and the Strength card. Just quick energy, and then once you sort of like get past that and they see that you are dedicated, and you know that this family member, your future spouse, really is in a good relationship, then they fully accept you and embrace you, and you're just part of that group. So seemingly a smaller family, very, very close knit, but like that includes you, where they just fully embrace you and accept you, and just a very, I don't see like the party type, but they seem like they really do love gatherings and just embracing each other. So that's what I'm seeing when it comes to this first stack and Aventurine. I hope that at least some of that was able to resonate with you, and I thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye bye. Starting with our second stack here, we have this little Obsidian moon. When it comes to your future spouse, your life partner's family, we have the Three of Cups. We have the Moon. We have the Ace of Cups. So we see a lot of love here present within these cards. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Sovereign. We have the Conqueror of Cups. We have a lot of cups. We have the Ace of Swords. We have Poised. I'm feeling a really good energy from these cards when it comes to this family. I think it's a very loving family, family that loves to gather, loves to like hang around with each other, get together. There might be, it's giving you very similar vibes to the previous stack, so stack number 1 with Aventurine, but I'm feeling here, there is a little more going on. Like there might be more siblings here. There might be a little bit of a larger family. I feel like they really, truly, deeply care about each other, and they embrace everybody who comes along. I don't think it's as much as a like win them over scenario as the first stack, but I feel like there is a little hesitation just as they try to get to know you, to make sure that you're like, you know, truthful, honest, and you know who you really say you are, because I feel like they're just a little overprotective of your future spouse. Not sure why, but with the moon coming out, that's giving me more of like possibly there's some negative relationships in the past and you're just a little on the hesitant side to make sure like things go well. They just want to make sure that they're not, you know, getting themselves in a negative situation like they might have in the past. So that's just sort of almost like a cautionary energy that's present here within the moon. But once they get past that, they're fully embracing of you. They see that this is long-term good energy. Love the Knight of Pentacles coming out here because it shows that this is a build-up. Like they know things don't happen overnight. They know things take a while to strengthen and to stabilize, but they're willing to do the work. They're willing to give you all the time you need to really become a part of this group, to really see them as family. So if you're the standoffish type and you're sort of worried about how to sort of embrace this group or approach this group, because they might be the type that's like very very almost like overboard. They might be like really approaching you and really accepting of you, sort of inviting you in excess to where you feel like you need to sort of slow them down. That might be the energy, because they just seem like they really care about you. Once you've sort of gotten past this stage, this present in the moon, they really embrace you. So it might take you by surprise when they just fully like accept you into their you know, their inner circle. But they have a lot of love in this family, and I feel like whatever the female energy is, whether this is a grandmother or mother, I feel like she's very embracing. She is the sort of like head of the family, head of the house. She really controls what happens, and I feel like also like she's a very wise person. She sees things clearly, so she's sort of like, she knows who to reject and kick out, but she also knows who to embrace and who's like a genuine good person. So the way that you're coming through here is like she is very accepting of you, whoever, like I said, whoever this feminine energy is with the sovereign coming out in that position. I just feel like there's this very loving feminine energy that's present, and she's just really, you know, embracing of you. They have like a very high energy. They have this very like I said, like they embrace everyone. They have this loving and energy. They might like really love to just have parties. They like to get together and see each other, and it's just giving me all this energy with all these cards. We have Conqueror of Cups, sorry, and the Ace of Swords. And those two cards together give me like a lot of talking, a lot of communication. Like they're always in contact. They're always gathering. There's always a group atmosphere going on with these people. I don't feel like it's heavy energy. I feel like it's a very bright energy, a very compassionate, loving energy. Something that, although like might, if you're more of the introverted type, might take a little time for you to get used to. But I feel like they are very accepting of you no matter what, like even if you are that introverted type. So they give you that time to sort of like get used to being around more people, and they gradually like increase the surroundings. They are very communicative group of people. They work really hard to convey their feelings to each other, to talk about what's going on, to make sure that everybody's in a loop, so like they know who's feeling what way, because they don't want misunderstandings. I feel like because they love each other so much, they're always making sure that the other one is well aware of how they're feeling. If there are any misunderstandings, if there are any issues, they address in a kind way, in a way that doesn't make you feel bad. It's just like, you know, I felt uncomfortable about this, and let's address it and move forward so that, you know, that doesn't happen, or so that we don't have to encounter these issues. It's just like everything they do, I think they're very considerate. They seem to really be very aware of how you know, they're impacting others, about the way that they're making others feel. So it does have that very conscious energy here. I do like poised coming out here because I feel like poise makes you feel good. So this is a family that makes you feel like you're one of them, like you're in the right place, that you're comfortable, and that they're who you should be around, the right group that will provide you with the most beneficial energy, something that you really need, that will allow like you to grow. So if you plan on having kids, it's the right family for them. If you already do have kids and you want the family to accept them, it's a perfect environment for that. I feel like they're such an embracing group of people. It seems like overall just very great energy. I will for a second take the time to focus on the Sovereign, the Conqueror of Cups, as well as the Ace of Cups, because those energies are standing out to me in their treatment of you. And it's like they want to make sure that you're comfortable in their world. They want to make sure that you know that you're welcome. They want to ensure that like they're not doing anything, like they're not, you know, lying and acting like they like you when they don't. They seem like the type that really will go out of their way to make sure that you know that this is the right community for you, that this is the right family for you. So they don't want there to be, you know, any hesitation in you going to them and talking to them. Like you truly will be a part of their family and somebody that they truly care about, especially with that Conqueror of Cups, because that has such a great like soul level deepness, a very nice energy of sort of the way that they look at people. When you see that Conqueror of Cups come out, it has that like sincerity present in it. Like they want you to thrive, they want you to do well, so they encourage you, they're supportive. It's just a very nice energy that's on like a spiritual level. So very embracing, very comforting, very supportive environment for you. So it's very good. For some reason when I said that, I'm leaning toward this family being very spiritual, if not either like spiritual or believing in a higher power in a very positive way, not like in a crazy way where you feel uncomfortable around them. I feel like whatever they believe in, they have a very strong belief, and that's why they're so accepting and embracing of other people. Very good energy from them. So that's what I'm seeing here with the second stack and Obsidian. I want to thank you for watching. I hope that at least some of that was able to resonate with you. Please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye bye. Starting with our third stack, we have Rose Quartz. When it comes to your future spouse or your life partner and their family, we have the Empress. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Devil. We have Death and Rebirth. We have Trust. Ten of Coins. Ace of Cups. And lastly, we have Higher Power. Okay, so I said this in the previous deck, but I feel like even more so here. There seems to be like a very spiritual aspect with these people where they just seem very spiritually connected. This could be that they're like very religious people. This could also be that, I know when I say like very religious people, there's this fear because it seems like you know, something negative there. It seems it's like, you know, there can be a bad connection to very religious, but I feel like religious in a good way, very accepting, very forgiving of people, very almost like they're the type of people who are like, okay, you might have done something wrong, acknowledge it, improve yourself, try not to do it again, and we can move forward. It's like they don't want it to sort of like fester. They don't want it to thrive and weigh you down. They want you to acknowledge what's happened and say that you can be the greater version of yourself and not let that hold you back or hold you down. We have the Empress, we have the Devil, we have Higher Power, and those are all very spiritual, religious cards. So they're connected to a higher or source being. You know, they have that strong belief. Even with the Ten of Coins, it has that church-like shape to it that I can't think of the name right now, but it almost gives me church vibes. So we have these cards that are showing how spiritual they are, how forgiving they are, the way that they evaluate things, the way that they look at life, and how they are all about forgiving, moving forward and just trying to be the best people that they can be. And that extends to everyone. They treat everybody well. They want people to do well. They want people to prosper. They don't want anybody to suffer. And I think they're embracing, like, they know that, you know, things won't be perfect, but at the same time they don't let it really impact them. It's like this Two of Swords energy is to be well aware that, you know, life isn't always going to be perfect, but also to say that, like, they might expect it, but they won't let it be the ruler of their life. They won't let the fear of failure, the fear of negativity control them. I love that death and rebirth that is present here, because I feel like if you've been through anything negative in the past, this family itself is a rebirth for you. So in fresh air, fresh energy that is embracing and forgiving. They let the past be the past and they move forward. But also it's them embracing a new energy. So with the other two stacks, I sort of felt this hesitation, but with this one, I think they're a very open group. They're like open to new people coming in. They want, you know, their family members to do well. And if somebody comes in like you, right, with your spouse, your future spouse, they see you as somebody who is an extension of their family members. So they're very embracing of you and they want you to feel very welcome. Love the energy overall, because we have trust and we have the Devil, which is like, despite negativity, despite setbacks, despite anything that might have gone wrong, there's still that level of trust and a very strong bond here within that card. And this could be for you if maybe you've had some you know, not so good relationships with people, with family, and you really want that in your life, but you've had a hard time trying to find it. You've had sort of a difficulty when it comes to just people in general. This is showing you that your future spouse's family, this life partner's family, is going to have that sort of energy that you'd been hoping for, that life that you know you thought didn't exist, maybe like you thought was only in movies. They have that really great energy of just like being this embracing, trusting family that gives you you know, a stable environment, a very embracing, comfortable environment. And at the same time, if you feel like maybe you've been judged a lot by other people or by your own family, this seems like that embracing type that really does make you feel like you're at home, like you're where you need to be or supposed to be all along. So it's really a really great energy to have here, you know, no matter where you're coming from, no matter what background. So I want to move this over because I just want to talk about the Ten of Cups as well as the Ten of Coins as well as the Ace of Cups. Sorry, I almost got them backwards right now. Those two cards are really great because Ten of Coins is your Ten of Coins. So it's your ideal future as well as the future for your descendants. So if you want kids or if you already have kids, we're seeing that environment coming into play here. What is surrounding them as well as you and what you can build toward the future. So I feel like a good energy is being built up with this family, this future spouse, and their descendants. The way that they like this environment impacts the next generation. It seems very stable, very beautiful, a good like very nice, trusting, almost like it's almost like a security blanket of a family here. And with the Ace of Cups, it's that overflow, it's an abundance, it's everything that you'd hope for, that like you've been praying for, that you've been hoping would come through, but it's like been taking quite a while for it to come through for you. This is all that energy that's present here, as well as a whole ton of love. This is like endless dedication, endless love, endless support, a very deep connection that's within this family. I think too, with the way that these cards are laid out with like the Devil, death, and rebirth, it's saying a lot. Like, this might not resonate with everybody who's watching this, but if you've had, you know, frustrations with people in the past, when it comes to other relationships you might have had, when it comes to your own family, like maybe you didn't feel like your family supported you or accepted you as you were. I feel like with this family's like enlightenment and different way of looking at things, they're sort of like ascended mentality. I do feel like they're very embracing and perhaps giving you what you would hope for a long time, but you know, couldn't find it within your family, or what was needed, you know, in this next stage as you enter that, like, you know, that marriage or that relationship, that lifelong relationship. This is really what you need for that stage. It's like an answer to a prayer or something that's coming through. This seems to like a lot of the imagery within these cards over here all have special meanings. And we see that there's a balance within the 10 of coins. Within each of the coin, there's a special meaning. We see a lot of wings here within these cards too. We have the moths. We have the Ace of Cups with the wings. There's a wing within here. We have higher power with wings as well. And it's just showing a lot of like very, I don't know, ethereal energy here, like higher source, like almost like angels manifesting this beautiful relationship. Like it's shining upon you, saying that this is what you need, this is what will help you, this is what will bring you the clarity, the happiness you've been searching a long time for. So a very loving family, a very embracing family, a family that's all about, you know, helping you get to the best version of you. They are very forgiving. They you know, they just want to be that support system for other people. I'm not sure how big. It seems like it's like a medium-sized family. I'm not seeing a large family, but that's what I'm seeing here for this third stack and rose quartz. And I thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. I hope at least some of that was able to resonate with you. And I do, as always, hope you have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye. Starting with our first stack here, and cherry blossom agate. When it comes to your future spouse, your life partner, and their family, we have the Fool, we have the 9 of coins, we have the 10 of cups, we have the 6 of pentacles, we have the Weaver, the 2 of wands, the Seeker of cups, as well as a change in the wind. So for some reason, the first thing that popped into my head when I saw these cards right now, or well, when I saw a few of them, the first thing was, this is what you've been waiting for, or this is what you've been manifesting, this is what you've been hoping for. This is the family, the environment, the relationship, everything that you've been really working on or hoping would come through for you. This is what's present within these cards. You have 10 of cups, which is your ideal future, what you are hoping for, what you want in a relationship, what you want in family ties. It's what you're hoping for. We see a fresh start with the Fool. So this is a new energy that's coming through, a completely fresh energy that represents an absolutely new start with like what your dreams are, with your energy here, you stepping forward into this like ideal situation. 9 of coins is you doing all you've needed to do, all the hard work you've had to do on like self-reflection, like shadow work, whatever it is that you've been doing, trying to make yourself a better person so that you can be in the right relationship and have it last and be, you know, truly successful. We see that present, you know, as it's leading you toward this person. 6 of Pentacles is an offering of stability, an offering of something that will allow you to further yourself, to grow, to expand, you know, to reach horizons you didn't think you could reach, or, you know, many that might have been out of reach in the past. The Weaver itself is a card that represents your creations, what you've been doing, what you've been working hard on, what you have set like as goals in the future, your dreams, your hopes, your hard work, and all that effort that is working toward the goal that you've been, you know, hoping for. That may be, you know, is a long time coming, but it's all done to make sure that you're at the right point in life to have success within what you've worked so hard to manifest. So it is a very good energy that's coming through here. We also see a change in the wind, which is signifying that what is present in your life, or what was like in your past, maybe like lack of success, inconsistencies, burdens, or, you know, incompatibilities, even where it's like your own family or people you've been with in the past, their families, you know, just not being right for you. We see change in the wind representing that switch of energy from what was formerly, you know, uncomfortable or frustrating to something that's very happy and successful to for you. It's all about that movement forward, that almost like new level, very similar to the previous stack, like with a new level, like ascension. But I feel like this energy is very much you. The 2 of wands here is like starting off on a journey, choosing the path and moving forward with it. So it does appear as like everything is lining up properly for you, and with that, it's like all the things you want are lining up. So if you want children, or if you have children, the life that you hope for, it's present here within these cards. And I feel like this family is very embracing. I don't necessarily see a huge family. I don't see this person having like a ton of siblings and like a lot of people around them. I think it seems like a sort of smaller family. I feel like this is a good family. They have very good communication, very strong values. They're not overboard in really anything. They seem like they're very relaxed. They are accepting of differences. They're accepting of different people. They don't judge. They just, you know, I think in a way this family, it's more of like they just want the people in their family to be happy. So when it comes down to the relationships that these people are in, like their siblings, their children, whoever it is that's in a relationship, when it comes down to this, I feel like what they want is just pure happiness, regardless of sort of like who's coming in. If you don't have a lot of money, or you know, if you're not like super educated, it doesn't matter to them. They just want somebody who will make their family member happy, and that is sort of like, you know, that's who your future spouse is their family member. So they just want your future spouse to be happy, to be with somebody who completes them, who helps them you know, get to the best version of them, somebody who sincerely loves them, somebody who's very supportive, very encouraging, not like in that overboard of like accepting of all their flaws and not wanting them to change. Somebody who, you know, points out the issues that need improvement so that they can really become the best version of them, and that includes fixing things that need to be fixed. With the Seeker of Cups here, we see a wishbone, and that's another aspect of that whole like Ten of Cups, the Weaver, creating your future and manifesting it, and wishbone, of course, your wish coming true. If you've been waiting for this for a long time, like you've been really struggling and you're like, where is this person, this future spouse? Where is this life partner? Where's this person that I'm supposed to, you know, be bonded to, be with? And, you know, I know they're out there, but why have they not come through to me yet? I feel like all of this is just sort of telling a story of how you've worked hard to get to this point where this person can come in. And I feel like, of course, they've worked hard too, but I feel like for you, it's because the universe wanted to make sure, higher powers wanted to make sure this was the absolute best timing for you, so that everything can fall into place after it. You know, like everything you had hoped for can start aligning, where you want to live, where you want to be, where what you want to do with life, what you're hoping for. You know, like we see the children within the Ten of Cups, and that would be like your children. You know, want to make sure that you're at the best place, but also that the spouse or the you know, the other parent of the child is there too, and their family, your family, like all these things tie into each other, especially with the Weaver coming out, because the Weaver signifies how everything is like coexisting. You know, everything is attached to each other, everything is one. You can't, you know, just have one aspect of, you know, a family. You can't just like cut off everything else and act like it doesn't exist. You have to sort of embrace everything, and I feel like that's the movement forward that we're seeing here. They're a very good family. They really deeply care about you, care about your future spouse. They care about the descendants. They care about everybody so much. They're very embracing. They're a very loving group of people. They see it as a fresh energy, a fresh start as well, a change in the wind. You know, we see this on both sides. It's not just your energy, it's both sides of this energy that's coming through. So it's a newness that I think everybody here in this scenario is waiting for, a new energy that allows for a great new beginning to come through. And I love that Seeker of Cups is there in that last place after Fool in that first position, because it sort of like ties this whole thing together, where it's a fresh start, new energy, a new outlook that is full of love, full of embracing energy, full of very positive energy, and a very like calm, very serene like environment here. So I would say this person's family just seems very, very wonderful. It seems like a great energy for you. All that you have hoped for, all that you've dreamt of coming through with this energy. That's what I'm seeing here with that last stack and that Cherry Blossom Agate. I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. And I hope at least some of that was able to resonate with you. And as always, please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye.